Welcome to our Spooky Slumber Party.
Grab your favorite snack and get settled in for some spooky story time.
Good evening, Meso.
Good evening.
Are you ready for our Spooky Slumber Party?
Oh, I'm always ready for a slumber party with you.
Ooh, I have missed you. So much has
I
been
have
going
missed you
on.
very, very much.
I know, right?
Life be lifing, brother. This year's been pandemonium already.
I
It's
agree.
barely not even halfway yet.
Nope.
Almost. Huh.
I can't believe that this year's like already coming to June, and it's been stressful. The political climate's not great, but it's been a stressful year so far. But we're
Yeah,
making the most of
between
it.
that and life and
Well,
just in general,
your life is like, you know,
it's stressful.
your like last year was hard for me, and this year is definitely a little bit easier. Like I actually a whole lot easier this year than it was last year. But like last year and this year, you're just going through the ringer, and I'm so sorry, baby.
Thank you. I mean, life be life, and sometimes it starts getting a little better. Then I get little things that are like, "Oh, this is great," and then yeah, life's got to throw those challenges at you if you get good stuff. So, but we persevere. We just keep on trucking.
Yeah. So, wow. Okay, so last time I did the story time for a spooky slumber party, and I believe I covered Psycho, the really large family, I think is what it is, that I covered last time.
Yes.
So that was my topic. So I guess this week it's your turn to give us a topic for our spooky slumber party. So what do you got for us tonight?
All right. So everybody, get your little bankies. Get your pillows, snuggle in, and get ready for a little spooky slumber party. So, this spooky slumber party, I'm discussing a spooky video game mystery. A Minecraft mystery, to be exact.
Wait. What? Minecraft?
Yes.
Okay, can I say something before you get started?
Yes.
Minecraft actually has a couple like parts where it pays like some kind of homage to cryptids. Like they the Slender Man is mentioned or like makes a little feature in Minecraft. Slender Man. And then there was what else? What else? There's God, wasn't the creepers based on some kind of cryptid or something like that? I can't remember. But I know that
I'm not
Slender
sure,
Man.
but I could definitely believe it.
Yeah, but I know that Slender Man at one point did show up in Minecraft.
See, I didn't know that either, but I think that's amazing.
Yeah, hold on, let me see. Yeah, so there is a Slender Man like monster that can join Minecraft. I'm not sure if it's a mod or if it was something that the game did, but I remember when I was covering Slender Man, one of the games that he is featured on is Minecraft.
That would scare the bejesus out of me. I mean, you have the creeper is definitely already like uncomfortable when he's just standing there waiting to blow your ass up. See, I'm actually not even that well versed in Minecraft in general, but I was like, this is really interesting. It popped up and I thought it'd be perfect for a little slumber party action.
I'm so excited. For me, my two topics are either I'm gonna talk about something true crime and it's gonna be like a serial killer that not very people talk about or know about, or I'm probably gonna cover a haunted location. It's probably gonna be
See, I like both those things
yeah,
because especially for the serial killers, not that we love serial killers, but in the sense of like learning about ones, there's so many that are so repeatedly like talked about. And it's like, okay, yeah, we get it. We know about
yeah.
him already.
We try and avoid true crime here, but there are bouts where we end up touching on true crime. And for me, like I said, I really want to cover this one specific serial killer because not very many people know about her. And she was pretty bad. So I'll cover her in the future, but I'm excited to talk about her. So
I
let's
say true
start.
crime can be nothing. What is creepier than real life things? You know what I mean?
I
Like
mean,
nothing really scares me quite like that. So,
I think I'm more scared of human serial killers
oh
than I
yeah,
am of like cryptids. But I think I'm
yeah.
also scared, like, I'm also very scared of like anything to do with demon possession. Like, for me, that is a very,
Hmm.
very real fear. I don't fuck around with that. Like, no. So,
Because say
sorry.
Sasquatch just be shitting in the woods, serial killers be stabbing you in your house, so but it's not very fun. One's much scarier than the other to me. I feel like Sasquatch would just be on his merry way as long as you don't fuck with him.
That's true. He's just a little stinky boy. He's just a little
Oh,
stinky.
he's so stinky. Oh,
He's
so
just a
stinky.
stinky. But,
He's just a stinky.
he wants to, remain hidden and let him be. Like he can
He just
smoke
wants
in
to
the
live his
woods.
little stinky life.
Yeah, he can smoke his weed or do his like what do you find peyote in the wild or something like that?
I
I
best
don't
say,
know.
I feel like Peyote would be
Be what he finds.
right up his fucking speed.
Okay, sorry, Minecraft. Before I get us
Oh yes,
sidetracked.
so if you watch us, we're all pretty big gamers here. We stream on Twitch, which self-plug to our main Thick and Spooky Ghouls live show every month on, of course, your channel, Docubara. But every month we do our main podcast there. Little nudge nudge. But we love video games. And within the world of video games, there's always been like Easter eggs and within them some creepy or scary ones in games that aren't necessarily like spooky or horror games. So there's a lot of creepy pastas when it comes to video games in general, including Minecraft. And today that's where we're going to focus is the Minecraft mystery. And that mystery is
Oh.
called Hero Brine.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I just realized that, we were doing the internet episode, so this kind of ties in with our previous internet episodes, so I'm excited. All right, so what was it again?
I thought it was so interesting. His name is Hero Brine.
Hero Brine.
Yep. It's spelled hero and then with a one word combined, Brine. Hero Brine, like you're brining some food. One word.
Or do you have to drink this brine to be a superhero, and that's why they call it a hero brine? I'm done.
I mean, that would also fit for Minecraft, wouldn't it?
Carry on.
So, Hero Brine is depicted as a version of Steve, which Steve is like the main Minecraft guy, green shirt, brown hair, pants. But he's depicted as a version of Steve with solid white glowing eyes and a lack of pupils. He was said to destroy a player's world, and his story originated, of course, I feel like a lot of creepypastas in general originate from this cursed website, 4chan, on the V board. And this happened back in 2010, and this was during Minecraft's alpha stage of development. The author of said, and no, it was old. This is a throwback,
bro. Those were the the internet days. Like, what the fudge?
Oh, creepypastas were popping up. I want to say that's when like Slenderman and all that shit started popping up too.
We didn't think of using the internet for anything else aside from doing creepypasta. Now we use it for everything, but then it's just like, oh my god, I can't believe
creepypasta and pornography.
We were born during the beginning of the internet age, and that's something that no one else can possibly like say. Like, just we've seen technology evolved in our lifetime quite a bit, and it's
absolutely
insane.
I like when I was a kid. One, didn't even have internet, like that wasn't really like a thing, and then we'd go to the public library, and then I would get access to it for like school reports. It was like, looking at Googling basic information. It wasn't like you'd really use it for much else. And then sometimes I'd go to a friend's house and use like AOL Messenger and silly shit like that. It was not nearly what it is today. And they had like, those message boards and things like that. But then it started evolving until like, the 4chans and MySpace and all that jazz. So then it allowed, all these creepypastas and folklore and things like that to just pop off and spread like wildfire and really grow. But yeah, it originated on 4chan's V board back in 2010 during the alpha stages of Minecraft. And the author of this 4chan post claimed that shortly after starting a new world, he saw what he thought was a cow in the distance, which he then approached it to kill it because, you kill animals in there, you get their meat, you cook it, blah, blah, blah. But upon approaching it, he realized it was a second player with glowing white eyes. He was playing single player, so that was weird. and it was staring at him through fog before it suddenly vanished. After this encounter, they came across multiple structures that they did not create themselves, and they claimed while trying to discuss these strange events with other players on 4chan and different message boards, their post had been deleted, followed by receiving a message from someone with the username Hero Brine simply saying stop. Nothing else, just stop. Now, other players claimed that Hero Brine was an alias for the brother of the creator of Minecraft, Notch.
Oh.
The 4chan post claimed that when he asked if Notch had a brother, Notch said yes, but he is no longer with us.
Wait, what? Hold on. Wait, what? I'm sorry, I
So
lost it.
allegedly, the creator of the 4chan post, the one who had saw Hero Brine for the first time and gotten the message saying stop, had reached out to the creator of 4chan, whose name was Notch, and asked him, like, hey, do you have a brother or blah, blah, blah. And he said yes, but he is no longer with us.
Oh, that's sad. Oh.
So,
Okay.
so that's what allegedly what Notch had told this creator on 4chan. And around the same time, another 4chan post wrote about encountering a white figure in a foggy cave while listening to an in-game disc 13. Now, I'm not really sure. Like, again, I'm not super well versed in Minecraft. I think this must be like a music disc of some sort, something of that speed. But he had been listening to this disc 13 and saw white-eyed foggy figure, not foggy figure, a white-eyed figure in a foggy cave. This incident was simply referred to as white eyes. And people started speculating that this was also Hero Brine from the other 4chan post. So people started connecting these two incidences of the glowing white-eyed figure in a foggy cave.
Oh, yeah, but also you mentioned that this was called number 13, is what you said?
That is the number 13 music disc that the person was listening to while they entered or saw the person in the cave. So they were listening to disc 13 in game.
Okay,
I'm
so
assuming there's like
I'm
different
just
CDs.
you know me in numbers, but the number 13 is one of those numbers that you're just like,
Dun,
"Oh,
dun.
yeah." So like, people the usual 77 or the usual 666 and then the usual 999s and then you've got
So
the
that's my birthday,
sevens,
is the
you've got
13th.
the sevens, you've got the 13s. So there's specific numbers that were just like
Right.
when people bring it, you're just like it's got such a supernatural tie to it, the number 13. You know what
See,
I mean?
I was born on Friday the 13th, so you know.
And this is why I love you so much.
It's
'Cause I
spooky.
love all things strange, paranormal, and
It's
unexplained.
spooky. That's right. I am all of those things. I'm very unexplained and unusual.
You are one of the
But
favorite. You are one of my favorite peoples. One of my favorite
you're one of my
ladies.
favorite peoples.
I know. I'm so happy. I am so lucky that I get to be that. But you are definitely one of
Stop
my
it.
favorites. I've
You're making me
I've
cry
missed
during
you.
this slumber
I'm
party.
sorry. I've missed you. Okay, it's
I've
been
missed you.
it's been some time, and I just really just wish I could just
It has.
yeah. I can't wait to hug and embrace you and just cuddle you forever. Like I swear to
God.
God, when that time comes, it's gonna hard for me to be like I can't let go
They say
right
meeting
now.
the flesh is going to be amazing.
Okay,
I will be
carry
very,
on.
very happy.
Enough with our
So,
sob
yes.
story. Sorry. So, number 13, disc number 13, song became known as White Eyes, and go.
So, disc number 13, this incident became known as the White Eyes, and people who were on 4chan started connecting the two incidences, saying, oh, well, this could have been Hero Brine, the same, mysterious figure that was seen by the other poster on 4chan. And shortly after this encounter, streamers named Copeland and Patamoose, who were both very large, I think they were pretty popular streamers back at that time, uh, themselves they staged Hero Brine encounters of their own. Copeland used a custom texture pack, built a house, and upon entering a room to furnish it, saw Hero Brine and began to run. After running a distance, Copeland fell into lava And Hero Brine was following him, chasing him, watched him fall into the lava, and then watched him as he burned to death. Copeland then claimed that when he was trying to go live again after this encounter, his PC kept crashing. He then shared a web page called him.html. This page featured a GIF of Minecraft Steve in his default skin, but his pixelated eyes were replaced with realistic human moving eyes.
No, why?
It was super
Ugh.
creepy. If you look it up,
I
it's very unsettling.
Okay, can I tell? That's one thing that I don't like is whenever it's like an animated world, like it's just like an animated world, and you can clearly tell it's an animated world, and then someone just throws in a very realistic eye in the middle of it all. It is just so
Very uncomfortable.
eerie and so like it's not like I hate it. Like one of the prompts in one of the quizzes that I took to figure out something about myself was like, what would you be more scared of? And one of the prompts was like, um looking into like the dark hole of a door and then eventually just seeing an eye pop up looking at you into your room, stuff like that. And for me it's like just eyes being put into like blank canvas spaces and it's just like a realistic eye. It's just so ugh. Okay, go.
I mean, I feel like that makes a lot of sense though, because even just like evolutionary, humans are like, eyes mean predators, eyes mean other living things. So it makes sense that would make you uncomfortable for sure. Because it kind of put your hackles on ends. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was this site was said to take you to a page with Minecraft Steve and his default skin, but with human eyes instead of pixelated eyes. And they would move around. And there's also text saying that the player was living in a fantasy world inside their mind and they needed to wake up. So this also spawned to another nickname for Hero Brine called Him. Simple, Him.
Okay.
Now, this was for sure a fake out. This was someone trying to kind of capitalize on this that was going on, but it's still kind of, uh, put fuel on the fire. All right. So we just discussed Copeland and his little pre-set up texture pack here. So there was another streamer, Patamus, whose stream in his stream he encountered Hero Brine running on lava before he promptly shut down his PC. And allegedly with his stream, he had his mic open still when he thought he didn't and was talking to his girlfriend or somebody and discussing about how he was trolling his chat, and they started calling him out on it, and that's why he like panicked and shut down his stream and then was like, no, it was because of Hero Brine, he wrecked my PC, he wrecked my stream. But after these streams, the popularity of Hero Brine increased amongst the Minecraft fandom by a lot. It was throwing fuel on the fire, really popped it off. With many people discussing their own alleged sightings. Most sightings allege that Hero Brine was accompanied by red, creepy text annotations and eerie music. So, like, it would say a red text that said, like, growling or whatever else, spooky, scary indications that Hero Brine was around. And his most common traits included constructing abnormal structures that, players had no idea. They swore up and down, I did not make this. I didn't create this. Where did this come from? Must have been Hero Brine. But he would also cause destruction, such as digging random tunnels throughout the world and removing leaves from trees, which, is probably the least scary thing out of everything he's done is, oh, he took the leaves from the tree. Oh, God. Like, that's the least scary thing he could do. So, sometimes the character was depicted as just a pair of white eyes with no physical form, and other times, more popularly, he was depicted as Minecraft Steve, but with the glowing white eyes. Now, Hero Brine was said to target player characters, but he could also passively interact with other mobs. Mobs being monsters from Minecraft or, other creatures from Minecraft in general. And he'd also be able to sometimes take control of passive animals giving them his trademark spooky white eyes. And so he'd find a cow and essentially possess them and give them his creepy white eyes and 500-yard stare. He was also said to be able to revive or respawn dead mobs. He was usually depicted as having nothing in his hands, though sometimes he would have tools such as a pickaxe. And he was capable of drastically changing his environment with no viable sources to do so. Because it's Minecraft. In Minecraft, you have to have, uh, you know, items. You have to have materials to build off of. But he didn't. He would just make something out of nothing. Now, his intentions varied between stories, but usually fell between two variations: Stalker and Vengeful. In the Stalker variation, which is what I would prefer, he would stalk the player. Just creep in from caves, from the woods, outside their houses, but would disappear if approached. And in the Vengeful variation, he tried to ensnare players in traps, presumably to steal their items. He'd wait for players to enter his dungeons, and then he'd seal them inside, which,
Why would he need to steal their items? Just to be a dick?
just to be, he is such a dick.
Okay.
He
Fair.
got big dickhead energy.
Fair.
He loved, especially like diamonds and things of that nature, seemed to be something that he would really like to steal, because those are some of the rare materials in Minecraft, if I remember correctly. And he would just steal. And real rude to trap people in dungeons too. That's terrifying. But he would steal them into the dungeon or teleport behind them, killing them and stealing their things. And in rarer encounters, he destroyed characters' creations and steal their items. So he would destroy houses, destroy whole, like in Minecraft, people were known, to build up crazy creations. He would destroy them, destroy their chest and steal their stuff. And that is way worse to me than the stalker version where he's just creeping about.
I mean, both are pretty fucking terrible. Both are pretty terrible. Like, I don't want some creepy person stalking me all the time, just watching me in the corner. I can't
staring at
confront,
me through the woods or outside of a cave.
I also don't want person fucking with my shit. So both options are pretty. But
I think I'd rather you stare
choose,
at me through my bedroom.
I guess if I must pick my poison, I might as well just get used to him stalking me than just fucking with my shit. But Jesus Christ.
I mean, that would be incredibly creepy, but I'd much rather you just stare at me and with your dickhead energy than steal my stuff with your dickhead energy. So players also said they had found ways to summon Hero Brine, such as arranging blocks in special formations referred to as a Hero Brine altar, a Hero Brine shrine, a Hero Brine totem, and or a Hero Brine spawner. So it had quite a few different names for these altars that you could use to allegedly summon Mr. Dickhead. They were typically a 3x3 horizontal square of gold blocks with a block of netherrack placed on top. And the netherrack is a frail stone block found abundantly in the nether, which is like the upside down or like the creepy hell area of Minecraft.
I was thinking of the more down under phrasing.
Oh yeah, it's very much a hell. Yeah, it's definitely it's literally the hell of Minecraft.
Not hell, but I was thinking about like spicy parts, and I'm like, down under, you say? But no, not that.
Different kind of spicy parts. So, in the netherrack is also found in blobs below ruined portals. So like, there's portals around Minecraft that have bits of the netherrack in it too, so you can get it without having to go to the nether. But the fire lit on top of a netherrack burns indefinitely. Then the construct would also have 4 redstone torches placed upright on each side. The blocks beneath the netherrack varied between versions, with common choices being mossy cobblestone, which just sounds adorable, more netherrack, or more gold. There's also configurations with redstone dust, soul sand, and lava. There's a few I saw, like I only added a few, but there was like 5 different versions with all kinds of different materials that you use. They almost all
These materials sound kind of expensive. It sounds like you gotta
yes, you
they're
have to
either
work
rare
for it.
items or you gotta work for. Okay, yeah, these items sound fucking expensive as
Absolutely.
hell. Like
Especially the
I
netherrack and
have never
gold.
played Minecraft, but I know that it's a lot of crafting and a lot of this, and you have to get this to be able to
A
get
lot
to
of
this.
mining, a lot of
Yeah,
crafting.
so for me, it's just like I understand the concept of that. So yeah, this is oh my god, yeah. Like it's like they're going through the ringer to try and summon said creature, but like it's just extra labor. I feel like some person just kept it alive just to keep people like
Oh yeah,
farming in
like
the
a
game.
never-ending troll that was bringing people back to the game. But people swore, you could do it, but that's creepy pastas for you.
Yeah.
And like you said, netherrack and like different materials. Like, I'm not super well versed in Minecraft. I only played a very small amount of it.
Hmm.
But those are definitely harder materials to get than like
Yeah, they sound like
stone.
it. Diamonds,
Yeah,
gold, lava,
yeah.
stone. Maybe lava stone's a little easier, but it sounds painful to get. But I don't know.
It's definitely not like none of these are easy to come across except for maybe like the mossy cobblestone and stuff, but that was one of the least things that I saw. Like the rest would be definitely harder to acquire
Yeah.
or like a lot more dangerous. Like most of the time, unless you got lucky and found an abandoned portal out in the wild, you'd have to go to the nether to get the netherrack.
He really
So
be
it
in
would,
there acting like the god of Minecraft. He's all like, "You must collect resources to me, the god of Minecraft."
yeah, you must sacrifice your rare material to me to make me show up to destroy your shit or stalk you. I don't know why you'd want that, actually. So, um, igniting this netherrack was said to activate the structure and summon Hero Brine, which again, don't know why exactly you'd want that if he's just gonna come around being an asshole and destroy everything. But hey, everybody's got things that they like, I guess. It adds a little bit of mystery or like
or or
tension to the game.
or some people literally just want to watch the world burn. Some people literally
Oh,
just
absolutely.
want to watch the world burn. They're like, "Yeah, that's fine. I'll just watch this chaos that I started and see how far it goes." It's just a
Like
typical
I asked for
Tuesday.
this actually. I actually really wanted this. Thank you. Thank you, Hero Brine, for destroying my home and stealing my diamonds.
It was getting boring.
So,
I needed to start a new world anyways.
yeah, they want the excitement of a cursed game. They you gotta up the difficulty, I guess. I mean, that's how people get the mods, right? They get them with the same concept. It's just mods.
Yep. Yep.
So, some players believed so deeply in Hero Brine, insisting that he was real, that they were really like it. This became so popular, such a big creepy pasta that it uh reached the creator, the studio behind Minecraft, Mojang, and also Notch, the creator of Minecraft. And this was so popular they finally commented on it. Notch, the creator, said Herobrine is not and has never been nor will ever be in the game, nor do I have a dead brother. So he completely denies any of the existence, also denies ever telling anyone that he had a dead brother.
Okay.
Um, and he also stated they had no plans on adding Hero Brian, but he did enjoy the rumors, the creepypastas, the lore that were coming from this. He found it very interesting. I mean, how can you be mad at something that's bringing a bunch of attention to your game, right?
Or you could just totally be a liar and be like, "Yeah, totally made up,"
Hmm.
but really you planned it all along for people to obsess over it.
That is absolutely a theory, too. Absolutely a fucking theory. A lot of people believe that it was real and maybe it wasn't based off a dead brother, but just a goof, something, a creepy mob that was there and deleted, or was, added in secret, or just a way for them to keep some kind of like mystery afoot in Minecraft.
Or purposeful
So
Easter
really,
eggs to make shit like this
exactly,
happen and
and then
deny,
deny
deny,
it,
deny.
yeah,
Yep.
because it just makes it more mysterious. It just brings more people. So
Oh
that is
yeah.
absolutely a theory amongst the Minecraft fandom.
It's a fair theory.
Um, I feel like, yeah, I mean, I think it's logical to think like, oh, if you want people to keep this creepypasta alive or keep, to keep bringing people back to your game, even though they didn't really necessarily need it, but it definitely blew up um, in the sense of the Minecraft community. So it definitely brought more people back. It got a lot more modders interested. It got a lot of people interested in the game
I
itself.
mean, it's got both
So
you and I who don't play Minecraft
don't
talking
play
about it.
Minecraft. Yeah,
So,
exactly.
and there
And
brings in the listeners that we do have to also be
yeah,
exposed to said character. So, it's still working.
I mean, exactly. And I don't know if I already mentioned, but I figured it. I found Hero Brine through TikTok. This was because a woman there's a TikTok trend right now where someone's like, "Oh, I'm so hungry, I could eat X and X." A lot of times it's like people's relatives or whatever. They're talking to somebody and they're like, "I'm so hungry, I could eat your uncle," type of weird shit. But this lady was looking at her like maybe 13-year-old son, and this just happened. So this is, someone that hasn't been. He wasn't even probably barely alive, if alive at all, in 2010. But she looked at him and said, "I'm so hungry, I could eat Hero Brine." And this was a person that she said she just randomly looked up from Minecraft. And he looks at her and says, "How do you know who that is?" So he is very he knows who it is,
Of
and
course. And how old
clearly
is he?
he maybe was 13 at the oldest
I am,
for sure. So he wouldn't even
you
been
know,
born yet.
like I said, we were the generation that the internet began, and this is the shit that we got into. And for it to
Yep,
be able to surpass, like, to be what the internet is today, and to have like a whole new generation be exposed to this character is absolutely crazy and cool.
absolutely. And for him to even know what it is when he was not even born when this was created, this creepy pasta was created, what is just shows you it's like timeless. It's integrated so deeply into the Minecraft fandom that it just he knew about it. They anyone that's really into Minecraft knows about it. It's lore that is everlasting. So I found that really interesting, and that made me want to look up who the hell Hero Brian is because the kid's reaction was so like, "How did you know?" Like he was so curious. It was
Suspicious.
very curious, exactly,
Yeah.
and that led me into it. And then I figured out what it was, and I was like, "Well, that's a great slumber party topic." So,
Yeah, we got some good
um,
ones coming up for our slumber parties for sure. I'm
oh
excited for
yeah,
the future of our slumber parties, and I hope everybody else is too.
they're gonna be spooky.
For sure.
So always are. Though they denied the existence of Herobrine, Mojang, the studio behind Minecraft, has referenced him. Mojang has made numerous versions of Minecraft. Obviously, it was an alpha in 2010, so there's been tons and tons and tons of updated versions of Minecraft. And in these update logs, they've included the term removed Herobrine as a quote unquote joke. Minecraft director Agnes Larson added that a creature in the game called the Warden takes inspiration from the community horror myths, and in 2025, in the Minecraft movie, there's a scene with Jack Black, who plays Minecraft Steve, who had in the scene he has glowing white eyes, which was widely seen from fans as a reference to Hero Brine. Although the creative director Torfi Franz Olafsson stated that the white eyes were actually a visual effects glitch left in due to time constraints.
Sure it
Many
was.
viewers, right? Many viewers took this as a highly ironic coincidence considering the nature of Hero Brian like haunting games but not actually existing. And like, if it wasn't a direct reference that they're just denying to make it more mysterious, that is incredibly ironic that it would be Steve in the movie depicted with glowing white eyes. It wasn't any of the other characters that they added. No one else, had that happen except for Steve. And he's the one who is supposed to be like the doppelganger for Herobrine, but with glowing
Well,
white eyes.
but it could be that our boy became a tulpa because we've been
Tulpa,
tulpa, and maybe, just maybe, he has managed to get powerful enough to make it into the Minecraft
the
movie.
movie. Yep. And
Yeah.
what a way for a Tulpa to feed more than to regain its relevancy by inserting itself into a movie. Because
Yeah.
it definitely has blown up this conspiracy, this creepy pasta. It has absolutely reignited it. So I thought that was very, very suspicious.
I think it's kind of cool, to be honest. I think it's cool.
Oh
Creepy, but
yeah.
kind of cool. I like it. I
Well,
approve.
but like I was gonna say to you, the tulpa, like it's giving tulpa,
It's given tulpa.
giving tulpa
You know we
energy.
believe in tulpas here. We believe in
Yep,
tulpas.
you believe it enough, it'll be a tulpa.
Yep.
But um, though the popularity of Hero Brian's creepypasta legacy has dwindled as time has gone on, uh, it's certainly not forgotten. Like we just talked about the child in a TikTok that I just saw that made me want to do this topic. It's been 15 years since the first creepypasta post about Hero Brian, and it's still as relevant within the community, especially as ever. If anything, maybe more because of the movie and the incident with Jack Black.
I mean, it
Um,
has to be if the young generation who was like 13 years old
yeah,
knows about it. You know, like, yeah, it
this kid
yeah,
wasn't even born, and he
when
is
it came to be.
well versed. Yeah,
Yeah.
well versed in who Hero Brian is. So it just shows you the power of this creepypasta.
Jesus
And in
Christ.
2013, Hero Brine ranked 46th out of 50 of the top video game villains of all time.
Okay, that's
There's
a
been
lot
that's pretty
for
up there. And
being
again, for a
not
character that didn't exist.
official, quote unquote.
Right. So again, that just shows you its power within the community that it was ranked in this video game collection of top 50 villains that it would be 46th. That's crazy, especially because again,
And
allegedly doesn't exist.
and he will forever exist and be timeless because he came from that generation, our generation of the internet, when the internet just first came to be. So he became like a part of the history of the internet because
Oh,
we were the
absolutely.
generation that started with the internet and started with YouTube and started with stuff like that and started with creepy pastas. So that was the internet during our time. That was the shit we got into compared to what the shit people get into now. And being viral nowadays, like it's more common than it was back then. And for something like
Yes.
this to have passed on to our next generation is like just thinking about that is absolutely like overwhelmingly like it's fucking crazy. It's crazy. It's nuts.
It's yeah, it's a lot easier. It's not necessarily easier to go viral now because it's really a luck game and still, but it's a lot easier to get eyes on what you want to be viral or your whatever you're posting or streaming. It's a lot easier to
Hashtagging.
get. Yes, it's a lot
Mhm.
easier to get eyes on that than some random 4chan post
Yep.
back in 2010 would have been. And for that to have gone viral and be timeless and still be so relevant today shows you how powerful that is.
That is so crazy. God, I'm so
And
damn.
yeah,
Wow.
I feel that. My back hurts right now. I'm ancient. I'm so tired. My back always hurts. But yeah, it's crazy how even with all the time that's passed and all the technological updates and things, all the other things that have happened, something like this is still super relevant within its community.
That's so
Um
crazy. I love it. But yeah,
and there's
wow.
even yeah, but say it's and Minecraft has really I don't think it's lost much popularity in general. If anything, I think it's probably gotten even more popular. So if it is a tulpa, it's feeding good.
Oh yeah.
Boy howdy, I tell you what.
Well, there's that
But
whole Minecraft universe where it's Pokemon. It's like Minecraft, but it's Pokemon, and they have all the Pokemon in there. Like
oh
it's a
wow.
yeah, it's nuts. It's crazy. Minecraft is something else, you guys.
Yeah, see, I didn't know, but say there's so much they can do with it.
Oh yeah, it's nuts.
But there's even a fan made book called The Legend of Hero Brine, and it was published, so that's interesting. That was actually a published book about Hero
Hmm.
Brine.
Okay.
Um, and then in 2021, uh, continued interest in the story resulted in a group called the Minecraft at Home Project, trying to um, find the original world seed of Hero Brine and trying to
Oh,
rediscover
are they
the
data mining?
original sighting.
Or have they
I
tried data mining for it
I'm
already?
not I would say I'm not sure exactly what that means, but I feel like from what I could tell, they were trying to find. Again, my notes kind of got Willy Wonka when I
Yeah,
went
yeah,
from my
yeah.
phone to my PC for some
Yeah,
reason, but
that's
because I'm
fair.
pretty sure I had in here who's. I think they were looking for the either what was his name? Do. Let me see here. Either they were looking for Copeland's original stream, which would be silly considering his was for sure fake. But I think what they were looking for was the original world seed video. So a world seed is like each world, especially in something like Minecraft where it's randomly generated every time, a world
Mm-hmm.
seed is that random generation. It's the
Yeah,
layout
yeah,
of the
yeah.
world.
Yeah.
So I think they were looking for that.
Okay.
And possibly the footage of the alleged sighting from one of the 4chan posters back then.
Yeah.
Um, but it was being looked for. And then in 2024, the original live stream was found and uploaded by user Brutal Little Lift Jump, who had saved the live stream all the way back in 2010 and
Jesus
wasn't even aware.
Christ.
Right, he's been sitting on this for 15 plus years,
Holy Mac.
and he didn't even realize it was lost media or considered lost media until watching a video on Hero Brine the previous day before he uploaded this video. Like, he just so happened to have seen a video about them talking about trying to find this video and was like, holy shit, I have it.
Wow, that is some that is I'm envious of people that are like that where they keep documentations of stuff.
I don't know
Like
how the hell
people
you would
like
even
that
remember that.
impress me so much. Like there's people that grab
No,
screen,
really.
like especially the ones that catch celebrity tweets where they grabbed like something
So
terrible that they said
fast.
several years
So
ago
fast.
and keep it on file or like find it like I don't know how they do it, but they pull out evidence of things happen. Oh, it's nuts. The internet is crazy, guys. The internet
Oh, it's
is
hella.
crazy.
It's impressive how fast they can screen grab that shit. Like
Jesus
nothing. Just
Christ.
remember, kids, everything on the internet is possibly forever. So
Jeez.
keep that in mind, y'all.
Yep.
But it was crazy that this person would come across someone talking about this and be like, "Oh yeah, I have that from 15 years ago." Like, where do
It
you just have it on like
sounds
a
it
hard drive? Jesus.
it sounds to me like Hero Brine was putting in some work hours. I'm just saying. I'm just
Yeah, he was
saying.
like, I am Hero Brian, actually. Maybe it was the Tulpa who actually
Yeah.
had it.
I mean, the Tulpa was the one. I'm like, I'm gonna make this come back. Don't worry, I gotcha. I gotcha. I'm gonna make this come back. Don't worry.
He's like, score. And then now he gets the movie too. So 2024 he gets this post, this video that gets re-uploaded for 2010 feeds, and then he's
He's
like, "Oh hell
even
yeah."
more
Movie
powerful
comes around. Yep.
now.
Then he can insert himself into the movie. So,
The all powerful
through Jack
Hero
Black
Brine.
too, of all people.
Yes.
What luck. Um And though Hero Brian was only ever a creepy pasta allegedly and a fan made mod, because again, the amount of mods that have been made that do include Hero Brian now, like, you could get mod packs with a bunch of different creatures and stuff, and he's a part of that in a lot of them. So you can just you don't have to make totems or anything, though I do think some mods you make the totem and that's what spawns him. So that is interesting.
That is
Um
interesting.
but his legacy has left an everlasting impact. Like we talked about, that kid was not even born yet, and he knows who it is. But it's left such an impact on the Minecraft fandom and in the gaming circle in general. Even people who don't necessarily know about Minecraft, not everybody, but a lot of gamers who don't know about Minecraft know about Hero Brine, the
Oh,
creepypasta.
I didn't know until you told me, and I find him interesting, so.
You know me, I love a good creepypasta, and
Oh,
one
yeah.
involving a video game, mwah, 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 even better. Love that. Mwah. But I do hope that you and everybody else listening enjoyed learning about our glowy-eyed friend today.
I really actually love that. I'm sorry, I've got the yawns. While watching,
Well,
while listening to you talk about that, I've been watching The Fire, and it's been very hypnotizing. And
it is hypnotic,
I
and it's
think
saying sleep.
I think that for our future Spooky Slumber Party episodes, we're gonna have the fire going instead of the log that was in front of us prior to that. and then we'll just
I love the
pretend-
fires.
We'll
though.
just pretend to do the "Are you afraid of the dark?" ritual where we like it's my turn to
Yes.
tell a story and then put some glitter on top of that fucking fire and watch it burn up and then tell our story. Glitter.
And before you go to bed, guys, remember, put out your fires. Only you can prevent forest fires, guys.
Yes, especially now since we don't have people.
Everything's crusty
Yeah.
and dry.
Yeah, people aren't working there
And
anymore.
there's no staff.
There's no staff to help keep it
There's no
safe.
staff, please.
So please take care of what little we have of Mother Nature, because that's all we got, you guys. We're yeah. I don't even want to get this far, but it's pretty sad. But
I say.
I hope you enjoyed the warm fire. Ugh.
Oh, I loved it. And I loved being here with you during a sleepy slumber party.
Oh my god! Next time it's my turn to tell a story, and I'm stuck between two,
cannot wait.
and I'm so excited for both of them. So, one is true crime, and then the other one is a haunted place. So we'll see which one I bring to you. One of them is very relevant right now with how shit's going, so I'll probably do the hauntification if you really think about it, because it popped up in the media recently, so I'm excited for it.
Yes, about say it's got a lot of meat on its bones, so
Oh, yeah.
I'm very interested to see what all you bring to us with
I
that.
know. All right, let's go ahead and roast some marshmallows. The more we do these, the more I'm probably gonna like end up photoshopping like more and more into this scene. That we're gonna have like roasted, like we're gonna have like roast, like we're gonna have marshmallows that are roasted in the
S'mores.
fire, some s'mores, have a sleeping bag.
S'mores.
I don't know. I don't know how creative I'm gonna get, but right now I just feel like it's
I
gonna
can't
slowly.
can't wait to
build
see
up
how you
that.
escalate our slumber parties.
All right, let's go ahead and do our little goodbye, end our story time, and then put out the fire and go for some snaps. You know, some sleepy time.
No, sleepy sleep.
Sleep. All right, are you ready?
Oh yes.
All right, here we go. We'll stay thick.
And you stay spooky.
Good night.
Nighty night.